Big up, everybody. Welcome back to TJ Warren TV. Welcome back to another edition of the American Idiot Show. And the first thing you guys are going to tell me is, TJ, where are you? What are you doing? And I am streaming from, I'm happy to tell you that I am in St. Louis, Missouri, streaming from my father-in-law's office, in town visiting friends, visiting family, and visiting my new nephew again. Thank you, and congratulations to Kristen and Ricky on their beautiful baby boy. Just had to get that out of the way at the top of the show. Nice. Absolutely incredible. But, of course, we have a big one today, guys. So make sure that you're smashing the likes. If you're joining us from the Arsenal history and more, make sure that you're smashing the likes on both of the streams, people. And speaking of Arsenal history and more, we got the man himself returning to the show. JEZ. Jez, how you doing, my friend?
My guy.
I'm all good, man. Thanks for having me on, as always. It's been a little bit too long.
Yes.
And looking forward to the show tonight. I've been looking forward to, when did you send me the link? Yesterday? Whenever it was?
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, here we go. Big up, back on with TJ and Dow, the real ones, the proper Arsenal American fans.
Right.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. And yeah, we got the usual weirdos in the track. Well, we've got Anthony here. He's a weirdo. There you go.
I didn't say that, Anthony. Jez did. You're not my.
No, that was all Jez, Anthony. I think you're a top bloke.
Bristol Rovers.
That Bristol Rovers comment, I swear that was so funny, dude. I was watching the stream earlier.
Anthony, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Anthony. Anthony, of course, Anthony Herbert, friend of the show, friend of the channel. Dal, how you doing, my friend? You good?
Pretty good, man. Yeah, all back from camping and survived an alcohol-induced weekend and took a day off Monday to kind of recover and get back to sorts and get some rest. But yeah, hey, I missed the opening weekend. I was upset about that, but 2-0 victory. I'll take it any day.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And let's talk about that a little bit, because I didn't even get a chance to talk about it. I watched it on the replay, and I thought we did a job. I thought it was extremely economical. You know what I mean? So and big up Mr. Post Office, Kai haters, how y'all doing? I thought I had nothing but praise for Kai. If you watch any of my shows, I had nothing but praise for Kai Havertz for how he played against Wolves. I thought he absolutely cooked them. But again, it's against Wolves, right? This is what this team at this 5 years into the project. This is what this team should be doing. This is run of the mill stuff. Beating a team that just lost their best right winger and are going to be fighting relegation all season long. Like the only thing that's going to keep them up, in my opinion, is Gary O'Neill. So let's not blow this up to be some big thing. We have 4 of the biggest games of our season coming up 4 weeks in a row. Talk to me in a month, and I may be here sitting. Well, not here, but I'll be sitting back at my office with a microphone, and I may have to apologize to Kai Havertz. Who knows? I may have to say, you know what, I was wrong about Kai Havertz, but you know what? Give me 12 out of 12 points. Give me the points.
With Kai Havertz, I mean, back when we first signed him, we got to admit, I think 90% of the fan base was like, huh? Right? And he's proved himself. I will give him that. He had a sensational 2024 at the end of last season and started off with a goal. I mean, like you said, Mr. Post Office is right. I don't rate him as highly as I probably should. I don't know. I need to see some more. If we lift a title with Kai Havertz, I will call him King Kai from there. But so far, I want to see more. But he's got a good point. We've got to get behind the guy no matter what. Yep.
No, and Mr. Post Office, big up, my friend. I'm so glad that my YouTube rivals are back in the chat. I'm so happy. Like this means football is back, people, and I couldn't be more excited. He says Kai's record as a striker for us is already apology worthy. Okay, as a striker, but the problem is the manager plays him as an LCM, and he's dookie. Okay,
right.
So like let's relax. We're only a game in. And I guarantee you that Arteta's gonna do what he does. He's gonna tweak the squad. He's gonna overthink it against one of these teams, and we're gonna drop points. So, but what do you think, Jez?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I called it, guys. I said there's a player in there.
You did. I remember that.
Hey, but no, come on, let's be serious about this. Yeah, nice goal last weekend. You can't knock it. If he can do that every game, or every other game, then great. I've not got a problem, because if he does it every other game, right, that's nearly 20 goals a season.
Yes.
Thereabouts. 19. Right. Let's not argue about the maths. Do I think I'm confident in that happening? No.
You're right.
But we'll see tomorrow, because let's just pop this into context, guys. Right?
Yeah.
Last season, Aston Villa, right? Havertz had just gone through 6 games. He scored 4 goals and 4 assists. That is good form. That's very, very good form. What did Arteta do? Right, against Aston Villa, he stuck him back in midfield. Dangerous, cost us, and it's the weak link, people. No. Stick him up front tomorrow against Aston Villa. Let him do what he can do, and he's a sort of little bit of a poacher. I mean, that goal he scored, good header, good crossing from Saka.
Incredible cross.
Yeah. And that's what, let him do that. Don't stick him back in midfield, please. We've got better people there. Better people can do the job, Yeah. So please, Arteta, don't tinker with the team, because you are a tinkerer. You like to twist it up and try and be clever. No, go with the basics. Do what you know is best. And put him up front, in the 9, right? Start maybe Trossard over Martinelli, maybe Saka start, of course. And please don't play Zinchenko.
He's going to, Jess.
Please start Timber, because I'm telling you right now, Leon Bailey is going to twist that guy.
Like a pretzel.
Zinchenko is at left back, Leon Bailey is going to twist him inside out.
Yep.
And he is, and we know what goes happen. He goes into midfield. Gabriel has to come across. We now short at the back, leaves a big hole in our defence. What happens? Leon Bailey passes it to Ollie Watkins. See you later.
Yep.
No,
Jess, you're absolutely correct. Go ahead, Dow. Go ahead, man.
I was just saying that against Villa especially, I don't think we're going to see Calafiori. I don't think Arteta's going to take a risk against this club that he knows has outwitted him now 2 or 3, 4 times maybe. Our record against Villa is really 1-3, right, in the last couple seasons in the league. We beat them once the season before last, and then lost twice last season, right? So
we got doubled over.
So I really, as much as I'd like to see Calafiori, I don't think this is the game for him. I think he's going to go with Zinchenko, unfortunately, because of the experience side. But you're right, Jez. Emery's going to read it like a book. If he sees Zinchenko in the lineup, he's going to say, okay, clog up the middle. Don't let Zinchenko make the through pass and then hit him on the counter, because Gabriel will be too close up to the halfway line and Watkins will smoke him. And that possibly could happen, right? I mean, that's what we've seen before. Hopefully Arteta's learned from his mistakes, right? I do think we will see Merino on the left midfield come tomorrow. I think he's going to have the shirt on. He's already had the medical. I think it's signed, sealed, delivered. He gets the shirt on tomorrow, and we play him. Other that, we'll see Jorginho, right? Maybe Thomas Partey. I'm not so sure.
Do you really think
Partey? One of those two, debatable. Say, Jez?
Do you really think Mourinho would play tomorrow?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
But maybe.
I don't think
so. Okay. Well, then I'm still, I want to see Partey in there than Jorginho. I'm more like Jez said about just that through ball to Watkins. Other than that, they don't really have that much. If you really think about it, they can pass it well in the midfield, but it's that final ball that's killer, right? And if we can contain somehow Leon Bailey, if we come up with some sort of plan, I still think we're going to win. I said 3-1 earlier. I'm thinking more closer to 2-1, but I just, the Zinchenko thing, he's going to play him, man. I just don't think this is the game he's going to risk Calafiori.
No, I agree with you, Dal. And here's the thing is that, and I was saying this on the show, I think Monday, Zinchenko just has a blackmail on this guy or something. Like he's rebranded. He's got the number. He took Cedric's number now that Cedric is gone,
Right.
and he's a new player now. But the player I saw against Wolves was the same guy that wore 35. So I don't know what everybody is. I don't know what everybody's thinking. He's still taking the ball up. He's still running the ball up the left side and giving the ball away in the midfield. Saw it more than a couple of times against Wolves. He will make a giant mistake. This is why this is one of the things that I have to question Arteta on, honestly, is because like look, we've seen this guy make mistakes for 2 years and then go on the bench and cry and throw a fit. And he's shown that he's not the level of a Premier League winning left back, right? If there's a position that is the weakest in the squad right now, it's the left. Like forget the left side at 8, it's left back. And that's why we went out and got Calafiori. That's why we still have Urian Timber. Obviously, Urian Timber's taken a lot longer than people expected to come back. Tommy Yasu's injured. Our left back situation was tenuous, which is why we brought in Calafiori. But the guy that's been solid and had the most minutes is Zinchenko, unfortunately. So unless he has a giant fuck up, and I mean giant, he's gonna continue to stay there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's the concern, unfortunately.
It is, yeah.
Now,
absolutely.
Interesting thing, Dow, you brought up about Merino, the new guy. Yeah. Calafiori.
Big up, Jacob.
Yeah. I think they're going to take a little bit of time to settle into the squad.
Gotcha.
So I'd honestly say if Arteta's got any brain at all, you're not going to play them tomorrow. Not against Villa at Villa Park, man.
Yeah, you're right. That might not be the game for him either. My thought is that he's done all his training at Real Sociedad, just missed the opening weekend, their first game, and he's ready to go. But you're right. That 9 times out of 10, that doesn't really happen.
Yeah,
I think
we're starting the same. I think we're starting the same midfield. I would honestly be shocked if we didn't start the exact same starting 11 that we did against Wolves. I would be very surprised because I thought Martinelli played well. Saka had one of his best games in an Arsenal shirt that I've seen him play in a long time. He absolutely cooked. Kai looked very, very good. Odegaard looked good on the ball. Didn't really contribute a ton, but he looked very good on the ball, very comfortable. Obviously, Starsky and Hutch looked good. Ben White, I thought he could have done a little bit better, but again, it was the first game of the season, and David Raya. I don't think enough people are talking about David Raya. I think Kai Havertz took a lot of the shine from that game, and so did Bukayo Saka. But I thought David Raya, key. A lot of people have been giving him crap because he's not a great shot stopper. Well, he stopped 3 very good chances, and I was very impressed. And I'm not gonna lie, me backing him against whatever Jaminho was saying last year is looking pretty good right now. I'm not gonna lie, so hopefully that continues. Big up Javinho every single time, and big up everybody inside right now. Make sure that you are smashing the likes. If you are on Arsenal History and More, smash the likes and subscribe. You guys know the deal. So I wanted to get shout out Lone Star, shout out everybody in the chat. Big up Chic TV, also legend. Make sure you're subscribing to Chic TV. Lone Star London are very confident for tomorrow. We're gonna get into that. But I wanted to get your guys' opinions on this because this has been a point of contention between me and our mutual friend Tony Claude. Big up Tony Claude again, of course. I don't think Merino is very ambitious. The Merino signing was very ambitious. We do need a true left-sided 8, but I just feel like Arsenal Football Club should be doing better than the third string midfielder at Real Sociedad. He barely saw the field against he barely saw the field in the Euros for Spain. His passing vertically isn't very good, which if we're left-sided 8, historically we need somebody that can advance the ball up the field. Declan Rice, I don't feel he's the guy that can do that consistently. So I was hoping we were going to get somebody that can break those lines better than Granit Xhaka did, right? So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this because is he a good depth signing? Yes, but does he walk into the starting 11? I don't think so. No. I mean, what do you think, Jez?
I don't think so at all. I mean, this is what worries me at times, TJ. We always seem to, I don't understand it with this management. we always seem to go second best.
Mm.
You know, we don't. We used to be a club that would go for the top. We go for the Rolls Royce players. Now we're not doing that anymore. No disrespect, but we're going for the Chevrolets. You know, and that
The
is
Ferraris.
quite.
Yeah, I don't drive a Chevy, so I don't care.
But I'm just saying that narrative because I don't know
Yeah.
anything about Chevrolets, but
Shopping in Yugos, mate.
you know what I mean. It's an American show, so I'm just trying to be
Good job, Jez.
correct. But you know, no, I don't think so. I find it frustrating. I've heard comments now that you know we've let Fabio Vieira go back to Porto on loan. So that apparently people are saying that's opening up a gap for a striker. Why?
I was hearing a striker and a winger too. There was some mad shit going around the internet today.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but Vieira is a midfield player. He's not a striker.
Yeah.
How does that suddenly open up a plan for?
Right.
Oh dear God! Do I dare say it? Do I say it, guys, on this channel? Do I say it? Right, Raheem Sterling.
Oh God.
Oh God.
You know it stinks of crap, but hey, come on.
So look,
You know we're all linked with the Chelsea rejects.
Chelsea beat us to Neto and we get Sterling. Unfucking believable. Between Sterling and Rashford, I don't know which one I'd want least. Well, you're right about Merino, Jez. I think I see exactly what you're saying. My two thoughts on Merino is this. Number one, he's a physical body. We've always wanted more strength and steel in the midfield. So I think now with Merino, Rice, Partey, those three, I mean, Jorginho, come on, not really. But with Merino, Rice, Partey, now we have at least some steel in the midfield that we've been wanting for a long time, right? Merino is right. To me, the Merino signing is better than El Neni. He's better than Fabio Vieira. So that's just a step forward.
So you're saying they're better than mediocre?
Yes.
Like,
but better than mediocre is still better than mediocre, right? I mean, I think Merino will be used more than El Neni was. He'll be used more than Fabio Vieira because he has that taller stature. And if you look at our back line, if you include Calafiori, we've got some pretty big dudes back there. I mean, Starsky and Hutch, Calafiori's 6'2", Ben White's 6'3", 6'4". I mean, I just think that we're getting the strength that we've needed for so long in the middle of the park.
Yeah,
that's one plus.
Okay.
The other plus I see is that he didn't cost a lot. I guess that's like 1A. He didn't really cost a lot, right? He's better than Fabio. He'll be better than Fabio Vieira. He's already got some stats to prove that. There are some pretty strong stats that he had in the Euros. I think there was even a stat I saw that he played some of the most progressive passes when at Real Sociedad. But like Jez said, he didn't really play that much. So he may be better than we think, and then, of course, he could be worse. But he's not going to be worse than El Neni or Fabio Vieira, right? And again, I guess my third point, it does add depth. And it's experience depth, right? I think he's 27 years old.
So yeah, he's gotten Premier League experience too.
Depth, right. And he will be riding the wave of the Euros. He scored 2 goals in the European competition. One of them, I think, was in the semifinal, right? I mean, I think there's pieces to this guy that will benefit us in the long run. We have to strengthen the squad, and we need experience depth. And I don't mean Raheem Sterling. As the depth, right? I mean, experience depth. But at the end of the day, if we have some injuries wrapped up, and for the love of God, hope it's not true, and Sterling steps in on a Caribou Cup on a cold night up at a shite fart lane and puts one in and 2-1, I mean, I'm with that. But again, I'm not, because it's a Chelsea reject. So with that said, Merino, I know we could do better, but I think he will be okay. He will perform better. Like Jez said, get him on the pitch. Let's see what can happen. I mean, we had our doubts about Havertz.
Yeah,
right?
no, I hear what you're saying.
Let's give the guy 10 games like we said Havertz.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just don't see like
It's
unless
not
he's
an
getting
exciting
subbed on.
signing
Yeah,
on your up.
unless he's getting brought on in like the 65th, 70th minute, in relief of like a Jorginho or a Partey. Like
Right.
I don't want to see this guy at all. To be honest with you, like
Really?
that's how
Oh,
underwhelming it is to me because
interesting.
I don't see. Yeah, well, I would love to hear your guys' opinions. I just don't see what he does to make us better outside of just being that squad depth player that comes in relief of Thomas Partey. Because again, Thomas Partey, we know that he is
His legs,
fragile,
right.
and he has and I rate Thomas Partey. I'm if he is healthy, I'm glad he's on the team. That's what that's what I'm gonna say. And he did a good enough job against Wolves. And we're going into, I mean, we're going into hell immediately, like like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
we ride, you know what I mean? And then the rest of the season we'll do what we do what we need to do to not fumble the bag. But I mean, we're talking Villa away, then Brighton, then Tottenham,
Hmm.
then Man City. We have Tottenham and Man City away back to back. That is nuts.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is going to be crazy hard. So if we could get through that relatively unscathed, then we can make a run. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
where I get worried is that again, we still don't have those depth signings. And when we're talking about depth signings and we're bringing up Raheem Sterling, who is making 300, I think he's making like 300 bags a week or something like that.
325, like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would automatically be the highest paid player on the squad, and he's not any better than Bukayo Saka. You can't tell me he's any better than Martinelli or Trossard. Like, so what are we doing here? We're going to bring is he our answer at striker? If he is, then you know what? Just call the season off now. You know what I mean?
No.
Call the season off now.
No,
like it does. So that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is look, these rumors that are going around about Sterling, like you got to be taking the piss. Like there's no way you're bringing this guy in. And Arteta might rate him, but you can't rate him 300 bags a week. Rate him. Like you got to be delusional beyond belief to believe that he's going to come in and do that.
150 grand would be outrageous for Sterling.
He's 100 max in my opinion.
If you're paying $325 a week, right, that you could get another 2 players
exactly
in there for that of decent level. Now, I don't get the fact that why are we always linked with Chelsea ex rejects? We've done it. We've seen it and had it. Why? We had it with Jorginho, Willian, and the list can go on. Gallas.
Probably because they're already in London,
Gallas,
I would think, Probably because they just don't want to move house and they're already in London, and then maybe they think it's an easy and cheap transfer, Jez, right?
Better check.
Yeah, but if they're nobody good, you don't want them.
Well, yeah, but I think the board sees it as experience.
Why spend that sort of money on somebody who's winding down their career?
Right.
David Luiz. Sorry, I'm going to just keep going.
Got no ambition anymore. Look, I think it's a great. I think a belief in when you've got a young player like EMERY, right? Yeah.
Yep.
He's got ambition. That guy wants to prove himself. He wants to say to the club, "Look at me, right? Look at me. I want to prove to you that I can make it." Sterling doesn't. He's a multi-millionaire. He's got whatever he wants.
Right.
Do you think he's going to have any ambition? No. He's winding his career down. His next job is going to be coming out of Arsenal. Chelsea, wherever he ends up. Right. He will go to another club somewhere. Right. I don't want it to be Arsenal. He walks out the door for 2 years on 325 bags a week and comes a pundit on Sky Sports, Talk Sport, BBC, wherever,
Daniel Sturridge,
NBC, wherever. No, we should be we never used to work like this at Arsenal. We used to go for the best of the best. But unfortunately, guys, I'm putting it right on the table here, open for debate, whoever wants to say it, right? We have the worst negotiating management I've ever seen in my all the times I've supported Arsenal. We've always had people can get things over the line. This lot, now, case in point, guys, case in point, right? Yeah. Calafiori, yeah. We wanted to buy him, yeah. And we negotiated this, we said that, we offered this, we offered that. We ended up paying the money they wanted 6 weeks before.
Right.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, Mr. Arteta, Edu. Hello. That's pretty poor negotiation. Okay, fair enough. Let's move on. Right? Yeah. We then move on to MERINO, negotiating for a month. We're debating costs. Oh, this add-ons. Right? I will offer you this amount of money for the guy. Blah blah. We ended up paying after a month what they wanted. Right? So where's that negotiation skills? Yeah, you guys work in business. You know how it works, right? Yeah, I ran my own business. I know how it works. Yeah. So at the end of the day, right? But when it comes, the other side of the coin, Charlie Patino has gone for £1 million. Now he was highlighted and spotted, right, by the coach that pulled in Jack Wilshere and said, Charlie Patino is one of the best players that's coming through this academy. What have we done? Flogged him off for £1 million.
He spent so long. It was a Blackpool, I think. I think he
It was
spent
Blackpool, Swansea City, like, I mean,
it's a joke.
Well, and some people have come to me and argue that he didn't get enough of a chance. I mean, you score the legend of Charlie Patino. I don't even think was really even a legend. Like he came in and he scored the last goal of a 5-0 League Cup drubbing of Sunderland, right? Where I think Eddie Nketiah had already had a hat trick that game, like if I'm remembering correctly, right? And like I just thought it was completely overhyped. I thought he was okay. But anytime one of our academy kids scores in the first game of, in his first game with the first team, it's gonna blow up, and this fan base goes absolutely crazy. That's what annoys me the most about the Arsenal fan base is that anybody does one thing right, it's like they just saved the world. Like, come on, dude. Like, let's be honest. You just scored against then League One Sunderland because they were in League One back then. Right? Yeah, people say I don't know ball. I remember that. I was there. I watched it. Well, and look, you at the end of the day, you see the same thing with Fabio Vieira too. Just real quick though. You see the same thing with Fabio Vieira too. He came in off the bench and had a couple of good games. He scored against Fulham when we ended up dropping it at home. And everybody thought, oh man, like off the bench, he's an option, blah, 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 blah. And he gets that red card. I don't remember who it was against. He gets that red card, and then you don't see him the rest of the season. I just don't think that at the end of the day, we played $35 million for him. And this is where I agree with Jess. At the end of the day, we played $35 million for him, then let him sit on the bench and devalue. Now he's on his way back to Portugal.
Back home.
Where I think is where he belongs, by the way. I never liked him at this football club. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I never thought he was a good option. A strong wind could blow that guy over, and he's playing against some of the biggest men that play football in the world. Pause. And look, now we're giving it over to the youth that I think has a legit chance. We talked to Jez. You talked about Wanyeri. I went and saw Wanyeri play when they were on the U.S. tour. He was incredible. Incredible to watch live. Like, you watch him on TV, he's even better live. This kid has a future, and I want to see him play some serious minutes this season. And getting Fabio Vieira out the door opens that up. But now we even have less coverage on the wings because they were slotting Fabio Vieira in as an option as a winger. Right. And if you saw that, you wouldn't see me here drinking a Dr. Pepper. You'd see me drinking Clorox. Like, because I don't want to see this guy anywhere near the wings, let alone as a midfielder. Right. So no, I agree with both of what you guys are saying. I just wish that we had links, like credible links to somebody that could fill in at the right wing position and maybe gone a little bit higher in the midfield. But again, I don't see the vision, right? I don't see the vision. I don't have Arteta's vision, I guess.
No, because the vision only includes the first 11. We know how he treats subs. We know how he treats some of the academy kids, right? Throw an ESR on in the 80th minute, right?
Yeah.
In 2 games last season for him to expect to do
He's gonna cook at Fulham, by the way. Give him time.
His wand. Yeah, he'll get fine with Fulham. This may not be his season, but next season he'll be cooking.
Yeah.
But ESR is gone now. It's out of mind, out of sight. He's gone, right? We got to work with what we have. If Odegaard, I know AJ's question, if I could be so gracious as to answer AJ's question, our backup for Odegaard has got to be Nwari now, if I said his name right. Nwari.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see who else. If, like AJ said, Fabio Vieira's gone. I think if Nwari's the backup to Odegaard, that's okay. If we're playing, I don't know, Carling Cup game against Everton or something. But I just, to think
he can't start game in and game out.
Yeah, I mean, if Nwari's going to play in the next 4 games, like you said, who we got? We got Villa, Leicester, Tottenham, and City, I think. Something like that. Well, anyway, if Odegaard gets injured, Nwari has to be the guy now.
Yeah,
he's forced to be the guy now. So, yeah. With ESR gone to Fabio Vieira, I think there's a hole there that MERINO may not be able to fill because I don't see him being tiki-taka. He's not a creator.
Right. That's the thing. He's not a creator.
So Arteta again puts himself in a position to where it forces his hand to make bad decisions, right? As much as I don't want Fabio Vieira at the club, I've always said a loan was the best thing for him. I expect a player right around the corner to be coming in, right? I expect that they loaned him out for a reason. Well, the playing time, like you said, body, physicality, etc. Can't score, can barely play a through ball, not the quickest lad. But the thing is that you should have a plan to have someone in immediately, right? We're 7, 8 days away. It was August 30th, August 31st, the window closes. We're 7 to 8 days away. And of course, we still don't have the coveted striker. Ivan Toney is still not coming to this club. I've been saying it for 3 years. And number 3, it looks like we're closing on Gyökeres, but how are we going to fill the midfield role now? So it's like we create one problem just to cover for another. And that's been the system with Arteta for the last 4 seasons, because the first season, it took him some time to bed in with Emery's squad. But, other than that, we've kind of just gone on a merry-go-round. And I think this window specifically is probably about a 3 or 4 out of 10. We did not get the big name signing that we were hoping for. And it still carries through from the shit we didn't even pick up in January, but David Raya. So we've picked up basically 2 players in 2 transfer windows, essentially.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah. How is that winning? How is that getting us closer to a title? When the players like MERINO, like we've all agreed, is really kind of a 6 out of 10, right? He's maybe a 7 out of 10 player overall. And then you look at I would mind someone like, maybe an old school head to come in, someone like Leandro Paredes or somebody he's 30, 31 years old, the Argentinian guy from PSG. And that's what I mean by a solid signing. Yeah, he doesn't have the legs, but we need some solidified winners. Where are the winners? Calafiori's not a winner. MERINO's not a winner. What the fuck's he won at Sociedad in 7 seasons?
Yeah. Well, no, and he wrote winners. And I'm going to be honest,
he's not a winner either, TJ. He scored a lot of goals, but he fucking played for what, Coventry? I mean, the whole thing just goes out the window when, especially like JEZ said, I've made the comparison before, we want to buy Ferraris at a damn Chevrolet dealership. Guess what? They don't sell Ferraris at a Chevrolet dealership.
Yeah. Well,
it's the same bullshit that we have to go through every season. And instead of getting angry about it like I usually do, I just kind of put it's Arteta. He's buying his time. If he doesn't win anything this season, it's all done and it's all for nothing.
Well, here's the thing is like we were saying this. I mean, you, me, and Jez were saying the same thing, and I feel like people are starting to finally catch up. And big up AJ for the question. I think we answered your question with ESR
Yari.
sold and VR loaned out.
Yeah.
It's probably Wanyari, to be honest with you. Yeah. So anyway, sorry, I just got a message. Completely lost my train of thought there. No, but my big thing here is that look, if Odegaard gets injured, going back to AJ's question, if Odegaard gets injured, we're fucked, to be honest with you. Like, and Odegaard needs to start showing up in the big games consistently this season. He started showing up towards the latter half of the season, obviously not against Aston Villa. But I mean, we're gonna see if Odegaard can ball in the fall. I think is what we're gonna figure out against Villa. Like let's actually get into that. Arsenal versus Aston Villa tomorrow. Arteta versus Emery. I will tell you right now that I am not going to predict an Arsenal loss or a draw. You want to know why? Because I expect with this squad and with the amount of time that this manager has had, I expect us to beat teams like Aston Villa away. I don't expect us to. I don't exactly, and I don't expect us to thrash them. I don't, because Emery's not going to let that happen. Emi Martinez, he used to play for Arsenal. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. You're not going to score 3 or 4 on him. It's going to be very close. It's going to be very stingy, and hopefully the boys go at him, right? But Jez, what are your thoughts on it? I know you had a stream earlier on it, so you're probably tired of talking about it. But what do you think? What do you think of the game tomorrow?
It's going to be a tough day out. Let's get it right. I mean, Unai Emery is going to set that team up. He's no fool, right? He's a proven winner.
He's a good manager. Yep.
He's taken Arsenal down way too many times, in my opinion. Odegaard is going to have to step up massively. You've got McGinn will start captain, centre midfield, right? So they're going to go toe to toe. You've got Ross Barkley, right? He's going to be centre midfield. So
yeah, he resurrected his career, man. I forgot he had moved there actually.
And we've got Onana will probably be defensive mid, and we've got Watkins going to be centre forward. So we've got to control that. Now, depending on whether Rice starts, I don't know. This is the question that I'm asking myself today, right? Partey, I thought he was the worst player on the park last week against Wolves. He just didn't have a good day. That happens. That does happen. We all know that. But if he's starting tomorrow, because who else are we going to put in there? That's the question.
Not Jorginho.
No, because that's the killer. That was slow. If he put Jorginho in there, it will slow the game down. Our Aston Villa will come at us hard and fast. But Arsenal, we know how Arsenal win games. If they go hard for the throat from the kickoff, get the early goal, put them under pressure, then don't sit back like we did against the Wolves, because we went 1-0 up, lovely goal from Havertz, and then we, some reason, just sat back, and that's too early in the game to do that. So we need to get out the blocks, quick, hard, scare them, pressure them, push them back, because Villa, right, they can capitulate. Right, they can capitulate if we go straight in their face. Now, if we start slow with Jorginho there, sideways, backwards, sideways, they will pressure us. And that's where we can catch a cold. Big time. They get 1, right? They get 2. We're under massive, massive pressure. And I can tell you, from the many, many games I've been to Villa Park, it's not an easy place to go and win.
Right.
It's a heated atmosphere. The fan base are relentless. You've got to quieten them. You've got to keep them down. Bit like, guys, when we went to Anfield 2 years ago, and we were on top of the game, and Xhaka did Xhaka, and cost us the game. Now, interesting point there. I see people today talking about wish we had Xhaka back. What? He disrespected the club, man. He disrespected the badge. I was at that game.
People living in the past, man. It's unbelievable.
Why? When he turned up in that game, Bayer Leverkusen game in the Emirates Cup, they're giving him a round of applause. If I'd have been there, man, I'd have been going, up yours. Boo, get out. You disrespected the badge. You disrespected the club. You disrespected the fan base. No, because I'll tell you why, TJ Dow, right? Yeah. Respect to you guys. There is so many fans go now that are just day trippers. Right? They're day trippers. They haven't got a clue about the club. They just sit there on their bloody mobile phones and look at me. I'm at the Emirates. Oh, yes, I just spent £27. I just spent £27 on a steak sandwich, which is a load of shit. But
you gave me diarrhea, but I'm okay. I made it to the final whistle.
Do you know how much? Do you know how much? Do you know how much a pint of hell? What's it called? The brewery. I can't think the name of the brewery. It's called Hell. This beer. It's called Hell. Right?
Hell.
It's nearly £10 a pint. It's over that now, Aaron.
Wow.
It's £7 a pint. That new one, the brewery, Camden Hells, yeah. That's nearly £10 a pint now. Shocking, man. Yeah. And then people pay it.
That's $13, $14 and $13 American. It's like the Portland Timbers MLS games. Beers are Coors and Coors Light and Budweiser
Don't
are
ask.
$8. Microbrews are like $12.
Don't ask me how much I paid for a Miller Lite at the Arsenal United game. Don't ask me.
$20.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I respect you for going. I respect
British
you.
pounds would be about 35.
I think you're absolutely bloody mad and crazy paying that money, but I respect you for doing it.
For the Arsenal.
Well, it's for the Arsenal, and honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I was out there drinking the Big Sixes beers, so like Saeed and all those guys sponsored my tailgating. So yeah, no, but it was $20 a beer. Yeah, $20 a beer at Yankee Stadium. Like it's absolutely insane. Especially, I mean, it obviously depends on where you go in the country, right? Sure. But still, if you're paying anywhere over $13 for a beer, you're just kind of like, oh, Jesus, you know? Yeah. But no, Jez, I 100% agree with you. I think that, you know, going back to Aston Villa, this is a, you know, is it too early to say that this is the most important game of the season? Because I think this is the most important game of the season thus far. You're not going to go. So the reason I say this is because you show who said it. Statement win. This football capo, obviously on top of it, as always. Big up football capo. We have to show intent because we got doubled over. We got bent over the barrel. You let your imagination run away with you with where I'm going with that last season by these guys. Ollie Watkins just absolutely embarrassing us at home. How can this team not remember that and not feel like they have to go out and perform? Because we got embarrassed. And that is the reason why. That is one of the reasons, one of three, I believe, that we lost the league. So let's go out there, let's show some intent, and let's show that we are able to beat these teams, because it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't get any easier. So, like, even these are fixtures that we would normally see in February through April. Right now we're getting it early. When was the last time we played Tottenham away in the fall? I don't remember. When was the last time we played Man City? Well, actually, I do. Man City away. I think we played them in the fall, like back in 21. But that's all I'm saying, man. We have to show intent with this game, because if we don't get the momentum required to push us through the next 4 games, we're looking at what, 5 points out of the first 5 games potentially.
Not good.
It scares me, man. It scares me. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, I feel the same way. We, like BX says, the match it's basically a derby. So, we got to treat every match like that because we are pushing for a title. It's not like our expectations are, okay, I'm happy if the boys finish, 3rd or 4th. I can see the rebuilding. I can see what Arteta's done. No, this has to be the year, right? This has to be the year, guys.
Yep.
So I take every single game as a cup final from here on out. Even if it's at Ipswich, even if it's Everton at home. We've lost to Everton at home. Ipswich will be ready to fight us because they have to survive. I mean, I think after the first few games, TJ, if I remember correctly, I was looking at the schedule the other day. We do have a pretty easy run of games after the tough ones. I'm talking Everton, Ipswich. I think Brentford's
like
thrown in there.
Bournemouth is in there too. Yeah,
where I think we're going to get maximum. I think it's for 12 points. So, but what this game is a statement game because it's going to give us some momentum, like you both have said, to look ahead at Tottenham and City. Right? Those are the real. Those are the prizes. Those are the games we have to get 3 points. If we draw this game, I don't think the sky is falling, but I still think we need the 3 points more than ever. But again, guys, it's the second game of the season. If we draw one away at Villa, I don't think it kills us, right? And I think you guys would agree with that.
No,
if we draw 1-1, it's
agree.
not completely all over, right? We have a long way to go. But these games are the X factor, the momentum games, the games that show the other teams like, hey, we're here to kick your ass home and away. And that's what Kappa was saying in BX Gunner. They're statement games. So a win is a must, but in the long run, a draw, it's probably not going to kill the season, right? I mean, let's have some.
I won't come
sanity in that as well.
Well, no, unless the performance is absolutely awful, you're not going to come. You're not going to see me come on here and start crying. But it's the points that matter right now. I mean, we go back, and I know you, me, and JEZ. Like I think the last time JEZ was on, we were doing a season review, and we were talking about where did it all go wrong. And there are 4 or 5 spots in the season where you could say it went wrong last season. I'm not gonna drag out those dead bodies. No, everybody knows where we fell flat. But this is one of those stumbling blocks before we have to go to Man City away where I don't expect us to win.
Right.
Tottenham away. Doesn't matter who they're playing out there. It's always going to be difficult, right? Like Tottenham are a joke. I believe Tottenham are actually a joke. But they always seem to come out and play their best against us. Even when we came out there and smacked them, we still barely got it over the line, right? So it's one of they still scared us at the end. Well, we kind of beat ourselves, thanks David Rea. But still, it's one of those things where we have to take every game, like you said, like a cup final. Big up Flawless in the chat every single time. My guy, blame Flawless all the time. Put the hashtag blame Flawless in the chat. Flawless, he's one of the biggest supporters of me on YouTube. Incredible guy, but still blame Flawless. He's a criminal. I don't care. I still don't care. Still a criminal. Yeah. Anthony Herbert says against Aston Villa last season. Let's hope Arteta doesn't change the team tomorrow. Facts. You hashtag blame Flawless. We're making it a thing. Get it on the t-shirt, Flawless. Get it on the t-shirt. You don't even have to pay me for that one. All right.
I want to say one thing too about Villa. I think they can be, we know they're good. We know their midfield's good. Their attack is good. Their defense is sus at times. Diego Costa will make a mistake. Who's Lucas
Kwanzaa?
Yeah, I mean, if we can really get in there and, like Jez said, get that early goal, put them on the back foot, we will put fear into those center backs. I guarantee it. They're very mid, but they will perform under Emery. But I think that's our big thing is just one tactic I would look at. Just go direct. Just go right at them. Get the ball past Onana, and the rest is cake, essentially, because Costa's not that good. And Diego Costa's, 32, 33 years old? I mean, Havertz should get in there and bully him. But
yeah,
that's
I'm
the way I would
looking
attack
at
it.
I'm looking at their predicted starting 11. This website, Sporting News, is saying that Emmy Martinez will start in net, Matty Cash, Konsa, Torres, and Ian Matson.
Oh, Pat Torres, yeah.
So Matson is just coming back from an injury, playing left back, and you're going to have a informed Bukayo Saka running at your ass. That's where we do it. We need performances from our superstars. You know what I mean? This is where we need Bukayo Saka to show that he is an absolute superstar. He showed it against Wolves. Now show it against the games that matter. Odegaard, same thing. So Jez, tomorrow, let's not mince words. Let's get into it. What is your starting 11 for tomorrow?
Well, Arsenal.
Yep, for Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay. Raya, obviously in goal.
Yep.
I'd like to see, to be honest, Timber left back. I think he'll control the likes of Leon Bailey better than Zinchenko, because I think Zinchenko, unfortunately, goes missing too far deep. He'll get outpaced by Bailey, and we're in trouble. I believe Timber has more of the pace and control to hold him. Moving into central defence, I'll have obviously Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, the seasoned back, seasoned central defenders work very well with Raya. That's a nice working situation. It's a bit like the old Adams Bold, Adams sort of O'Leary, that sort of ilk back in the day. So I'm confident with them two. Midfield, Rice, if he's fit, because he went off injured, I'm hoping he'll be okay.
True.
In there. Would I play Partey again? Yes. I think he's got it. He'll be the one. Look, if he steps, he had a bad day last week. He had a bad day. He's a lot better than that. So I'm if you're going to start him, I think it'd be okay. Of course, Odegaard is going to be out there, captain. Up front, we're going to have Havertz in the 9. We know that. That's going to happen. I don't want him in midfield.
I don't think that's going to happen, Jez. Let's pray to the football gods it doesn't.
That cost us last time, so don't please do that again. Right? Yeah. I'd start Trossard over Martinelli, Saka out on the right. And I'd actually go and show a bit of ambition this time, Mr. Arteta. Right, start Trossard, yes, and don't wait to the 65th minute, which you always do. I can almost time it, and I did it last weekend when I did the watch long. I said 65 minutes, he's going to make a change, and it was 68 minutes. So I was pretty bloody close. Mm-hmm. Now, if I know that, then Emery knows that. Yeah, so mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to go starts Trossard out there on the left. Yeah, let him cut in. He works very well. Timber worked very well last week with Martinelli. They were linking up nicely, bit like how it used to be with Tierney and Martinelli, right? Linking up that play. So I'll go with that one. And the only thing I'm going to say is be a bit interesting, mate, Arteta. Be a little bit interesting. Maybe switch it up on just before half time. Just before half time, switch it out, Trossard for Martinelli. Make Emery think, oh, what's happening here? What are we doing here? What's going on here? And then he's then got to go in the change rooms and think, they've made a change, and I don't understand why.
Hey, I like it. It's a very interesting take. What do you think? What do you think, Dal?
I'm going to go with Jez completely, except for, on the left, I want to see Rice, right? Party, and then Odegaard. On the left, I'm going to go Jesus. I want to see him around Matty Cash. So I want to see Jesus Havertz and Saka. Trossard can come on for Jesus, and Martinelli can come on the right for Saka. Or Martinelli can go up front, which I know is not going to happen. So with that, yeah, I just think Jesus right now had a decent preseason. I think Havertz still is our number 9, but I like the chaos Jesus can bring on the wing. But with that said, I wouldn't disagree to Trossard, but I do want to see Martinelli later. I think with Trossard, and especially with Trossard up there, I think there's almost a guarantee of something happening, right? He's going to put one far post. He's going to put some nice balls in the box for Havertz to get onto. Trossard will be a little more productive than Martinelli, but I want the speed and pace that Jesus brings to just put Matty Cash on his ass, because Matty Cash is a very, very good right back. And I just think Jesus would cause a little more chaos, up the tempo a bit, and let's see if we can do it. So my top 3 are Jesus, Havertz, and Saka.
Okay, interesting. Like I said, I mean mine. I'm boring. I'm boring, guys. The only thing that I would change, as I would go with JEZ, I would put Timber in at left back if he's fit. If that's the key thing, if he's fit. He was having issues keeping weight on both of his feet. Obviously, still struggling with some of the knee injuries and things that happen with ACL injuries. Those things are not easy to come back from. So, if he's not ready to come back, then unfortunately, stick. God, I would say Tomiyasu, but he's also injured. So, I mean, stick with Zinchenko, I guess, until Calafiori is ready. But, obviously, I don't think the manager thinks that Calafiori is ready. So, again, I would like the only change I would make is Timber at left back if he's fit. Otherwise, I think Martinelli can spin Matty Cash. I do rate Matty Cash as a right back, but again, the speed on Martinelli is something that is hard to contend with, right? Mm-hmm. Especially if he has support from his midfielders and Kai Havertz making some room in the middle. I really want to see subs early if things aren't going well, or we are in a draw in the 65th, 70th minute. Actually, that might even be too late. I want to see us looking at the bench at 60 minutes if we're drawing and saying, okay, who's going to make an impact? And usually that impact is Trossard. So throw Trossard in there, see if he can tech his way into a goal. He's an incredible finisher. He's incredible coming off the bench. Trossard's still one of my favorite players in the club. So that would be my only change. That would literally be my only change is Timber. But please, you will see Trossard get minutes in this game. This is so serious. This is so serious, guys. Like I'm jacked about this game. I really am.
Me too, and that's why I agree. I'm starting to fade back on my Jesus comment because
I agree.
Trossard could get something early, right? We have relied on him in the later stages of games to come in there and get that goal, that winner, or to draw us up. But if JEZ has a point, if Trossard can get that goal early, that 1-0, they're on the back foot regardless, right?
Yes.
I think 1-0, they go on the back foot, and we accelerate.
At the park, man, you've got to do that. It's right. It's a tough day out. They're a very, very vocal, passionate crowd there, and you've got to quieten them. You've got to quieten them.
Yeah. And you look at left wingers. I mean, Martinelli, you could say Jesus as well, and Trossard. Who would you guys bet on getting the goal from of those 3? Trossard, right?
Yeah.
If I had to put money on those 3 getting a goal early in the game, it's got to be Trossard, especially if he's starting. I just, but having him as an impact player later is good too. That's the thing. He's probably one of our most technical players out of the whole squad. But I think pace is going to matter. You could tire him out and hit him with Trossard later. Or like JEZ says, hit him early with Trossard. I mean, I think he will score or he will create something. So 22 likes. Thank you, everybody.
22 likes. Big up, AJ. Big up, everybody, for watching. That is the preview for the Aston Villa Arsenal match. We're going to get into predictions real quick. Again, guys, I have to apologize. I'm away from my office. So the infamous spreadsheet is on my other laptop. So we're just going to roll through them, and I will get the spreadsheet going for the next episode of the American Idiot Show, which you will catch every single Friday on this channel, TJ Warren TV. And obviously, if you're watching on Arsenal History and More, welcome. Make sure that you guys are smashing the likes on both videos. They created tabbed browsers for a reason, people. Smash the like, show love. All right. Let's start off with the 6:30 match tomorrow. We got Brighton hosting the Red Devils of Man United. What do you got, Jez, for that one?
I'm on that one. Good start of the season for Brighton. Can't deny it.
Great. Yep.
Matched up Everton 3-0. That's a terrible start for Everton. Very disappointed with that. But hey, move on. I'm going to go on that one. I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Surprising. It's surprising to me. But I'll get. That's because you're about to hear my prediction in a second. Now, what do you got?
Jazz 2-2. United
2-2. Okay.
United or mid. Brighton can be riding the wave. Who's Brighton's manager?
I don't even know.
What's his name? Yeah, it's not Deserby, right? He just took off to Marseille.
Hold on.
Can't remember his name now.
Fabian Hulitzer.
Whoever the fuck that is, yeah.
German manager. He's 31. He's 31 years old.
Oh, a young guy.
Yeah, he's a well-known manager. I knew him all the time. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, 31 years old.
Okay, so it's Brighton at Old Trafford.
No, it's at Brighton.
Other way around.
Amex.
I'm gonna go 2-2. 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear mine?
Go on.
I think Brighton slapped these guys 3-1.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I didn't like. Here's why. I didn't like what I saw from Man United. I think they're slow. I think they're lethargic. They made Fulham look like they could get something out of that game. When they were playing at Old Trafford, and they're going to go away to the Amex, and Brighton are flying high after slapping up Everton. Of course, it's Everton. I have Everton fighting relegation all season, but I'm going to go Brighton slapping United 3-1. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Play along in the chat to you guys and tell me if I'm delusional. That's fine. I love it.
You're delusional, TJ.
I know. What else? What else is new? I'm taking after Deji.
I actually think that's a good shout. Thinking back on this now, thinking about watching the Everton Brighton game and then watching Fulham Man U. Yeah, I think you got a good shout there, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Jez, it's not too late to change your prediction. Are you going to ride my coattails on this one or no?
No. I'm
Okay. Fair.
I stick with peace. I always stick with what I said. But you know me, guys. I get it wrong every time anyway. So.
Now that's not true. But all right, let's keep moving on. This is good. This is an interesting one. I want to hear it. Tottenham versus Everton at Shite Hart Lane. Jez, what do you got?
Top Spurs, chicken on the ball. Yeah, I'm sorry to have to say it. I'm sorry. God.
I know it pains you.
It hurts.
Just go my route, Jez. He knows what I'm going to say.
I'm going to add 2-0 to Spuds.
Yeah. I know. Jez, it's hard. It's in the stream. What do you got, Dal?
2-1 Everton. Come on. Sean Dyche for the day. Sean Dyche. Let's go. 2-1.
Well,
it can be done. It can be done.
It can be done, and here's why. Solanke is injured already.
Of course he is.
Solanke's injured already. So Richarlison's going to start, and they still got to pick between either Kulusevski or Brendan Johnson on the right.
Ooh, shit, doesn't Everton still have the Brandwaite guy that United was chasing? That English defender?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, he's Richarlison is nothing compared to that guy. 2-1. Come on, Everton.
2-1 Everton. I'm going to go. Unfortunately, I think Everton are going down. This is why.
It's not this weekend.
I think they're going down. I think they're going to get relegated.
Down. Yeah.
But and people, I know that might be a way out there prediction, but I think so. So I think it starts this weekend. Unfortunately, I'm going to go 1-0 Spurs. 1-0.
I don't want Everton going down, man.
No, me neither. Me neither. But I just think they're not good enough.
Longest team in top flight football, man.
Yep.
I know.
Absolutely correct.
You know,
absolute
only Arsenal are longer.
Quick question for you guys, real quick, kind of off topic, just for both of you. Do you guys think the Merseyside derby is as big, influential as it is, like it was back then, as it is now?
No,
back as it was then.
No, just because Everton aren't as good.
Right.
They used to be in the big five. They used to call it the big five. Like they're not. They're just. It's lost its shine just because Everton aren't as good as they used to be. Yeah. What do you think, Jez?
I still think if you're from the Scouts up there, it's a big day out. I'm not saying Everton are as good as they were.
Sure.
But then again, there was times when Liverpool weren't as good as Everton. So it's still a big day out. And it's no different. You could ask the same question, guys, about the Arsenal-Tottenham, or you could dare I say it, West Ham Millwall. You know,
wars.
West Ham Millwall each other for a long time, but it's all down to ownership. That's a polite way of saying it.
Right.
Polite way of saying it, because it's all about it. What's the right term I'm thinking of? It's about it's about ownership, saying, well, we're better than you, and that's where it all starts. That's where it all goes wrong. Hey, we'll move on from that.
Yeah, just a quick question. I didn't think it had the lure either. I used to get up in the morning to watch it, and I haven't done that in years. So anyway. Fucking Millwall.
All right, Crystal Palace hosting. Actually, I give mine. Crystal Palace hosting West Ham. What do you got for this one, Jez?
Oh, that'd be a busy day out. They don't. They're not exactly good friends either. Palace, West Ham. I reckon Palace. I'm gonna go 2-0 Palace on that.
Ooh, all right.
Even with West Ham's new signings?
No.
Vivo or whatever.
It's a tough place to go.
Right.
It's a tough day out, and the fact is that Palace have got a decent manager in there right now, and he had a great end of the season. So I'm not convinced. Early doors, my mucker budget. Right, they're going to crucify me. But sorry, Budgie. Sorry, Tone. Budgie's going to come for me now. That's it. I'm getting slapped up.
You're going to get slapped.
Sorry, mate. Don't go to the takeout show. Don't go to. You're no longer welcome.
Yeah, well, that's going to be that'd be interesting, won't it? On Sunday night.
Anthony Herbert's paying attention.
Yeah, no, sorry, mate. I'm going 2-0 Palace.
Okay. All right. What do you got, Dal?
West Ham got all the players they needed, but a striker. They got a couple great defenders in. I think they got a Brazilian winger, Gilmil or whatever his name is, and I think they got a couple mids. They kept Lucas Paquetá so far, which is pretty incredible, seeing how City have been up his ass for the last couple months. No Diddy. But the thing is, they never got a striker. So when you're relying on Michael Antonio from 1927, I just think, that you really don't have the goal-scoring prowess that you need. So with that said, I think it's a 3-0 Palace.
Ooh.
Sorry, Budgie, but Palace, they got hard. They only lost, 2-1 last weekend, right?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Villa, wasn't it?
Let me look. Yeah, 2-1 to Villa. At home.
Right. So with that said, I don't think West Ham are quite there yet, even though they have some decent signings. They had a great window. I think they bought them and Villa bought the most players. But Crystal Palace are on a different level if they can just keep, like Jess said, that momentum that they had from last season. They were the most winning side last season, the last 7 games. They won 6 of their last 7 games at the end of last season. And they do have a good manager. They have a very good team. So I got to go 3-0. I just don't see West Ham where the goals are going to come from. So, but Palace, as they can tear apart that West Ham defense like that. So, yeah, 3-0 Palace.
I just don't see where the goals come from on either side, to be honest with you, especially at Selhurst Park. West Ham losing at home to Aston Villa last week. I still don't like Eze can't do it on his own. So somebody's going to need to help. They're going to need some help.
True.
But I still think Lopetegui has work to do to get that West Ham team in shape. I think, honestly, I don't think it's going to be as exciting as people in the chat are saying. Like, I'm seeing 2-1s, 2-2s.
I think it'll be end to end.
I don't know.
You can finish, right? But I just think with Palace, if they score one, man, it's just Eze is a very, very good player, and
yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see. I think 1-1. I think 1-1. I'm going 1-1. Gotcha. I'm going to go 1-1. And I could be dead wrong. I've been dead wrong before. Yeah. All right. A little bit of a relegation scrap here early in the season. Southampton, the Saints have marched back into the Premier League to play Forest at home. What do you got for this one, Jez?
Forest to win that, man. Forest, that's going to be, I reckon, 3-0.
3-0? Okay. What do you got, Dal?
3-1.
3-1 Forest?
Yeah, the Forest defense is kind of sus at times. I think Yeti would agree. They give up silly fouls. They give up fouls outside the box. They're not the sturdiest defense, but they have a very good midfield and a good attack. So, yeah, I'm going to go, what did I say, 2-1? Well, 3-1.
Big up Boomer. 3-1. Big up Boomer. Yeah, you said 3-1. I'm going to go, I'm also going to go 3-1. I think that, Southampton are going to go straight back down. They were the one team that I said out of the 3 that I think are going to go back down. So, yeah. All right. Leicester City visiting Craven Cottage.
Yeah. Leicester, I'm going to go 1-1 on that.
1-1. Okay. Leicester, they got Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Drinking from the fountain of youth out there. What's going on? What do you got, Dal?
He's been Leicester since 1967, Jed. Jamie Vardy. Well, we got Fulham, who have not. God, Marco Silva is a very good manager, though, too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is at home.
I gotta say, what'd you go, Jez? 1-0?
1-1.
1-1. I gotta go 1-1 too. I haven't seen enough of either. I may be pushing 2-1 Vardy in the 89th minute, maybe, but 1-1 I think will be a fair result from where both teams are at right now.
You guys are gonna call me an American merchant, which is just fine. You got Mr. Robinson there at left back for Fulham. Obviously they lost Ponytail. He's gone. He's fucked off back to the MLS. But I think Anthony Robinson is one of the best fullbacks in the league. I would take him at Arsenal. Absolutely. I'm gonna say Fulham edge it 2-1, just because they're at home. That's it. I think if this was being played in the Midlands, I think it would be different. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham. Okay, this is gonna be a massacre. Man City hosting Ipswich.
Oh, fuck.
Or what do you got, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-0.
5-0. Oh. Lee thinks they're gonna score. Lee, I don't think they're gonna get close.
Lee's got faith in
Lee's got faith in Ed Sheeran FC.
They're gonna get rinsed.
They're gonna get taken out.
Yeah, who's the manager? McKenna too. They were talking about going to Chelsea and shit.
Yeah.
Oh god. I got to go with Ben talks Chelsea. Got to go one more 6.
6.
Haaland with a hat trick for sure. Bernardo Silva with the brace and fucking.
That could be a
Oscar Bob was
5-7 game. 5-7,
Yeah.
6, 5.
They're
8.
gonna put it. They're gonna want to put it on them early, right, to get that goal, that GD up. So, yeah, if Jez says 5, I'll say 6.
Yeah, Man City,
All right.
and this is a subject for another show, but I mean, maybe we can talk about this on Monday night. Dallas, just like, I mean, Gundo going back to Man City. I mean, it is just,
What a signing.
dude, God.
I know.
This is why I'm not getting too hopeful for this season. Yeah, I'm going Man City 5-0. It's going to be a massacre. It's going to be a massacre. Dal, did you put yours in? Sorry.
Yeah, I went 6. I just went one above
6.
you.
All right, 6. All right, perfect. All right. I'm going to save Aston Villa Arsenal for the end. Newcastle visiting Bournemouth.
Oh, no, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Newcastle going to Bournemouth. Now, I'm going to go on that one. I'm going to go 2-0 Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle. Okay.
Decent defense.
Away from home.
Yeah, got a decent defense, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What do you got, Dal?
So Newcastle are going to Cherries, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I think that's going to be like the defenses are both pretty good, but I think that might be a bit of a shootout. I'm going to go 3-2 Newcastle.
3-2 Newcastle.
I think the Cherries have some decent squad players. I can't name any off the top of my head, of course, but I think they can proceed a bit more than they did last season. I mean, they'll be looking to get 3 points too out the gate. So, yeah, but I just think Newcastle will definitely have a little bit more. And Isak, I mean, this could be the game he starts scoring.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at Isak and Anthony Gordon, and
they haven't brought in many players either. They're having a hard time getting that Martin Gill guy over the line. That may
they
not
haven't
even
needed
happen.
to. That's the thing is I don't think
They're
they're playing. They're playing with a whole new squad just based off of players coming back from injury and suspension. I mean, Tonali's back,
yeah,
right. So I'm going with Mama Flossie's Newcastle. I'm going 3-1. I'm going 3-1 Newcastle.
Nah, you're just going Mama Flossie.
Hey, you know what? If I can suck up to Mama Flossie and predict Newcastle to win, you're killing two birds. It's a win-win situation.
Then that's a done deal. You're part of the family if you do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Circle of trust.
Yeah, 100%. Chelsea visiting Wolves. Now, this I think is interesting.
Now that's going to be interesting. Wolves at home are a difficult animal. Is that when is that? Is that on Sunday?
Sunday, 2:00.
Yeah, I'm going to say because it won't be Saturday with Arsenal up in Aston Villa. I'm going to go on that one. I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I don't want to see Chelsea. I don't want to see Chelsea win anything. So
no,
I like that.
Of course not. Big up, Ola.
Big up, Ola, for the super chat. Big up. Go and subscribe to the Fight Week show. Mods, put the link in the chat right now. Big up, Ola. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, big up TJ, Oregon Goon, and the legend himself, Jez. Just finished my show here to show support for my people. I got revenge on my mind. Villa, 3 points. Let's go. Let's go. You know what, Ola? If Ola's believing, I'm believing too. But big up, Ola. Exactly. Ola needs to return to the show very, very soon. We will reach out to Ola and we'll get Ola out here. What a top fella. Thank you very much.
I've never, ever had Ola on my show.
What?
No.
Time for a change.
Yeah, you got to change that.
Yeah, well, I have asked, but we've never seemed to linked it up.
Yeah.
I will do.
Absolutely. You got to make that work out. Absolutely. What do you got, Dal, for Wolves Chelsea?
Is that the bridge?
No, it's at Molineux.
Oh fuck. Chelsea. Oh man, Chelsea are really kind of a shit show too, aren't they?
Yeah,
more players than they know what to do with.
They could field an American
3-1.
football team.
Yeah, no kidding. 3-1 Chelsea. I mean, look at them on paper compared to Wolves. The names alone, Pedro Neto will come back to haunt them if he's in the squad. He did play last week though, didn't he? Did he start for them?
Yeah, he did, but I think
Yeah,
I think he picked up a knock though.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
There's a reason why we didn't buy him. Fair enough. Okay. Well, with that said, no, I still think Chelsea is though. We know they're just jointed. We know their defense is shit. But Gusto is a fantastic player, can make things happen. And Kuno's a good player. If Neto's fit, we know what he can do. Just obviously on paper, they're a much, much better squad. I got to go 3-1. Wolves will probably get a set piece or maybe a pen. But
Yeah.
I just don't see them beating Chelsea at all. To be
Yeah.
honest, Wolves are very bad. I mean, they're in my 5 for relegation for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be fighting it.
Another show, but I think let's just look at the names on the back of the shirts on paper, bro. It's night and day. You're talking like top names, right? Even though they haven't won anything and really been that good, they're still very, very good players in that squad.
Yeah,
compared to Wolves.
Can I just say,
Wolves.
Anthony, thank you, man. Thank you for the wine donation as always. You never know,
Excellent.
Excellent. Big up, Anthony.
Big up, man. Big up.
Big up. All right. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I agree with that. Dal swung me. I was gonna take the piss and say a draw, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea. I think Chelsea will control the game. Wolves will nick one, but Chelsea will control the game again. Cole Palmer in that first game, meh, but he'll flip on eventually. Yep. He's a baller. Sure. Yeah, okay. And then Brentford visiting Anfield. Oh boy.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Brentford at Anfield. I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool.
Yeah. Ben talks Chelsea agrees. What do you got, Dal?
3-0 sounds good to me, boss.
Yeah. All right. I'm going.
No way Brentford's going to win that game.
Yeah. No, I'm going Liverpool, man. Slot ball doesn't look bad. I think they're going to fall off, but I don't think they're going to fall off that bad. I still think they're going to land in a Champions League spot, 3rd or 4th. Yeah, I'm going 3-1. I'm going 3-1 Liverpool. 3-1. All right.
You think Brentford will score?
They'll nick one.
Okay.
But I don't think that. I mean, it could be like consolation at this point, but I don't think they're going to win. It's not going to matter. Everybody in the chat saying 3-0 Liverpool, 2-0 Liverpool. No, you guys we're all on the same one. It could easily be 4 or 5. It could easily be 4 or 5. Easily 4 or 5.
Yeah.
All right, and then last but certainly not least, predictions. Arsenal.
Sorry for the prediction. I want to make one point about slot ball, right? We're going to see a lot of slot ball, right? Especially with those of us who do want to watch Liverpool and see what they can do. And I think the main point is that they really have not fallen off, right? That maybe they don't have the motivational factor of Klopp up there, cheering on everybody. But Arne Slot, I think, is a very good appointment. In fact, if Arteta doesn't get it done, I wouldn't turn a blind eye to Arne Slot.
I liked what I saw.
Head reigns supreme. I do. I think there's an organization there in his head. He runs a very organized ship. You can see it. Just his demeanor, the way he interacts with the players, his coaching. He's not up there, like Klopp punching his arm in the air, but he has that serious manager feeling and aura about him that he means business and that he's very dedicated to his system. And I think we're going to see that against Liverpool. Not I'm trying to up the opposition or anything, but just to think that they're not going to finish in the top 4 is absolutely asinine, right? For people who don't think that. They're going to be very, very good and even maybe more organized at times in the back.
No, I don't. Again, what I saw was a very organized midfield going up against most Arsenal regulars. When I saw them in Philly, I was very impressed by slot ball. Harvey Elliott is going to have a coming out year. You watch. You watch,
Yeah.
mark my words. Harvey Elliott is going to cook this year under slot ball. And I think they get third or fourth. I don't think they fall off at all.
Right.
All right. This is it, Jez.
Oh boy.
Arsenal.
Drum roll.
Villa. What do you got?
Oh God, this is the one. This is the one. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I really think it's going to flip flop, and I'm going to stick my head on the gallows, and I'm going to go 1-0 to the Arsenal.
Oof. Wow. Come on now.
Oh,
Come on. What do you got, Dal?
I think I said 3-1 on Jez's show a day or so ago. But realistically, I got to have faith. 2-1. 2-1. 89th winner by Declan Rice. Top bins. Macy, big up Macy.
Big up Macy, but no, I can't be having this. I can't be having this, Macy. And I'm going to say exactly what I said on me, Flawless, and Tony's show. 2-1 to the Arsenal. I don't care how, when, where, what, how, why. Get it done. 2-1 Arsenal. This is it. This informs the rest of the season right here. And it has to come early. We have to deal with it. We have to show intent. Like our boy Capo said at the beginning of the show, this is make or break early. Look, it's time to make a statement. Let's do it now. Okay. Now with that motivational patent-like speech, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I got to go hang out with my family. What?
2 or 3 questions, don't we?
No, those were those were super chats, and the only question we got is TJ, are you going to do a fantasy league this season? No, but I owe you a trophy, Anthony. I'm not going to do it this season because I stopped paying attention to it halfway through, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time.
I'm sure Anthony cheats because he wins all these fantasy leagues. So yeah, I think he's got some sort of something going down.
Yeah, some like formula.
He rubs his tractor. He rubs his tractor like a genie bottle.
Let's get it right. Considering he drives around the bloody tractor down on the field, down in the southwest, I think something's afoot. He sits there every day, right? Eat his pasty, right, on his tractor, right? Something's not right here. I'm sorry. There's something not right here.
This is good with the.
No, that's really good.
Who's Birmingham, Jez?
Nah, that's Southwest, mate. That's Southwest. Okay. Birmingham's. You hello. Yeah, I'm a bit like, hey, how you doing? Like, yeah, give us a job, like, I'm from Birmingham, but hey, where's the best curry house, like, you know what I mean?
It's brilliant.
That is absolutely brilliant. Okay, guys, just shut yourself out again. Thank you so much for coming on the show, my guy. It's always great to talk football with you. Let's do it more often. The season started now. Lots to talk about. But shut yourself out, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, mate, as having me on as always, man. Absolutely loved it. It's been way too long. And having a good giggle with Anthony's in the chair. Getting on line with you boys, like Dow, known Dow for long time now.
Yeah,
and TJ, love your channel, man. And
absolutely, man.
Let's smash this up, man. Let's smash this up to let's get up to 3,000 subs, man. You deserve it. Content.
Let's do it.
I absolutely love it. Love being here, and your chat's funny. And thank you, mate, for having me on. It's Arsenal history, and all everything Arsenal. So tomorrow I am doing a watch along. Oh, perfect. Scary! I'm doing a watch along for the Aston Villa Arsenal. and then I'll be doing a match review, probably I don't know, maybe later that night or maybe Sunday, don't know. But yeah, mate, as always, TJ Dow, thanks for having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a great show, and I've loved it. Thank you.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, Jez, for the kind words.
Yeah,
Always love
absolutely.
having you on, for sure.
Yeah. Dal, you absolute sellout.
I know. I'm
Shut yourself
part
out.
of the PR machine always. I can't want to say it. My wife, my early Christmas present. But I do like the shirt. In fact, anyone want to get one, I recommend getting this one because it's very lightweight. It's got the cannon on backwards, which I don't get, but whatever. But yeah, no, this is a top kit. Anyway, thanks again, Jez, for coming on. Shout out everyone in the chat. Anthony Herbert and his tractor is the never-ending story. It's brilliant. And it's great to see my buddy Lone Star Londoner in here. Shout out Lone Star. He's a lead gunner OG from back in the day. Known him for a while. And of course, Macy, Aaron, Anthony, I already said him. AFC always. Yeah, thanks you guys for all being here. And AJ for sure for helping out. But TJ, great to be back in town. Glad you're back in town. Congratulations on your in-laws child. So that's great news. And yeah. Shout out. Let's go get him tomorrow, guys. Every game's a cup final.
Every game's a cup final, absolutely. And yeah, thank you. I'm going to go see my nephew tonight, so I got to go and get ready for that. But big up everybody. Of course, Jez, thank you for coming on the channel. Again, Dal, I love doing this show. We're not too far away from 100, my friend.
I know.
When we hit 100, woo! That's gonna be a show. I'll tell you that right now. Yep. But come on, you Gunners! Every single time we are going to redirect you over to Strasbourg. Steve, he's doing his show with Chloe right now. Nice. So go over there, say TJ Warren TV raid people.
Nothing on the back.
No Arteta. No Arteta. Until next time, come on, you Gunners. We'll see you after the victory tomorrow. Later.